Hello guys, welcome to another update in Forbidden Gardens. So this is going to be in the Computer Graphics Dojo channel, YouTube channel, and uh, and we're gonna be uploading all the progress that we're doing on this NFT project. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the project. It's pretty much we're doing this NFT garden, and you're going to be able to display the images, but that's not going to be the only thing that you can do in the garden. There's going to be this mini-verse that it's mostly like at the beginning we'll say like, hey, let's do like planet Earth to give it an idea of how big planet Earth is. But we're gonna think we'll go a bit farther and leave it as 90%, 95% water, 5% earth, but in little islands. Okay, and these islands are gonna be uh, other gardens that we can share with other projects, and they can make a showcase of their art and walkthroughs. And well, we got many features coming into that. Also, we want to make some quests. Uh, like for example, we're gonna hide a few NFTs that whoever finds it first, they get to keep it. They get to keep the NFT, and the NFTs will still gotta choose them. So anyway, this is gonna be along the way. So yeah, that's a little bit about the project. And since we're gonna have water everywhere, this is where this vehicle comes into game. This is one of the many vehicles we plan to have, because we're gonna have underwater scenes and of course surface scenes, I guess. So this is gonna be kind of a hybrid, but for now it's only gonna stay above the water. And we have the high poly already. I was this is just a quick model I made. Actually, I was just playing, as you can see, I grab a sphere, and I needed something really quick to actually bring into game. And also with the mechanics that um, with mechanics that they wouldn't take much time to actually animate. For example, these things that of course they're gonna rotate these to when this thing moves, whoops, in these directions. Well, these engines are gonna move a little bit, so it looks realistic in that aspect. And right now I'm thinking that I'm not gonna keep this. Maybe I'm gonna run how's it called? Sorry, sometimes I forget the words. So we're gonna run poll, Poll. Yeah, poll. Spelling bee here. Anyway, so we're gonna run a poll to see if people wants to keep this or not, because it'll be cool to actually include you into the project. And sorry if the camera moves a lot, but it's holding from the table, and I hit the table every time I talk. So anyway, uh, let's go back here. Okay, so let's study the model. What did I do? Okay, I have this one piece, two piece. This is the third piece, and well, the high poly. As you can see, I don't have anything inside, but of course here's where the character it's gonna join, and we want to run the Ready Player Me integration. So if we want to make that happen, it'll be cool that we actually can see the character inside this vehicle. Okay, but for now I really want to get into testing. I love the whole process, but what I love the most is when I have everything in the game engine and I actually can run tests. And I don't know, I just feel like it became alive, and you'll be able to play with it, so it's gonna be really fun. uh okay, am I recording? Yes. Okay, I'm sorry, I got monitor here. Well, I only got two monitors. Sounded really cool, but yeah. So I got these two monitors, and the screen recording is over here, and the other monitor is here. So yeah. Anyway, and the camera is over there. So well, who cares? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so how's this gonna work? This might have some particles or just fake the engine burst. I might as well just fake it. We'll see. If it consumes a lot of resources, then we just are gonna fake it with textures. If not, we might as well just keep them. So it looks cool. I don't know if I already talked about this. Of course, this is my second time recording this because it was minute 10 and I haven't really. Wow, we're already 5 minutes in and I haven't even started. Okay, so yeah, we're starting the model. And I already mentioned that we're gonna skip the low poly and I'll go to the lower poly, the mobile version, which is not gonna open for now. And so I'm gonna have how many pieces? So it's gonna be a 2-piece. Okay, this is gonna be 1 piece. And these two, since they have to move, those are gonna be the second piece. And if we leave this one, just don't mind this. If we leave this one, then there's gonna be a third piece. So we're gonna start with the low poly or the mobile version. Remember, the mobile is not gonna open this, so we're gonna bake this high poly into the low poly just to make things look as good as we can. And I'm gonna run the whole process. If you're new into this, well, stay with me. It's gonna be interesting. But if you're advanced, you're gonna get bored because this is very basic shape, as you know already. As you can see, this is gonna be easy for you to accomplish. So what do we want with the mobile version? We only want to keep the silhouette. So we're gonna focus on the geometry. We're gonna let the geometry run here a little bit while so we don't lose the silhouette and it looks nice from every angle. So of course you're gonna look at it from this angle most of the time, but we'll make it look nice from every angle because it's not a complicated shape. And yeah, so let's begin. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I could use this as a 1 piece. Could it be? Yeah, I mean, even if it's a mobile version, I won't go as low because now mobile games are just insane with the graphics. Okay, minute 8 and I haven't started modeling. That's awesome. But remember, this is I just want to introduce you to the game, okay? And oh, I forgot this. These are just, I call them fillers because as you can see there is nothing in between that, so I just added this so you cannot really see what they are, but they're there. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the simple shape and that's gonna be this one. Okay, so this is pretty much done already. So we got our high poly and let's make a duplicate. Let's start with the naming. Okay, so I start with geo because geometry. So if I have to look into the game later and if I want to choose geometry, I only choose geo and the name of this. If I want to search for materials, I'll just add MAT. I mean, right now it doesn't make sense because I only have like 10 objects in the scene, but every day that passes, you end up with 100 objects in the scene and it can get really frustrating to not have everything named correctly. So let's go ahead and let's call this geo how is this called? Oh my god, I mean, I know in Spanish. Let's call it for now in Spanish, so I'm sorry about that. Oh wait, is it veil? Yeah, let's just call it veil. I don't want to waste your time. And then at the end, I will add high, okay? Because this is the high resolution. And now, Shift D, and I'm gonna call this, low. Okay, so when I'm doing the baking in Designer, I mean in Painter, Substance Painter, the software recognizes it right away that this one has to pull uh, the data from the high poly, and since it's named the same, only with this difference in names, high, low, it's gonna pull the data through this object only. Okay, so let's get rid of the subdivision, and well, the mirror I'm gonna leave. And as you can see already, we got this. As you can see, this one is, the silhouette are not the same. I'm gonna switch to wireframe, and this is already like this one bends here. So I'm gonna start deleting some of my, this is some edges I add to hold the geometry when I do the subdivision surface. And I'm gonna get rid of most polys as I can. As you can see, these are not necessary. If I do this, it doesn't really change anything. Okay, now we got rid of those. Let's get rid of these ones. Okay, what I'm doing. Okay, I don't need this one. And I think that's good enough for now. Let's see this one. Okay, yeah, that's also. And as you can see, I have the same shape. Of course, I'm having normal issues here. It's a funny normal. And the way to fix this, well, first I'm gonna apply the mirror. Okay, now it's one piece. Now I can edit both. And let me explain that just quick. If you're new, when you have a mirror, that means that you've been working on one side. So whatever edit you do to this side, it's gonna be applied to the other side. Okay, so that's pretty much mirrored. So you only have to model half of the geometry of the object. Okay, so I'm gonna apply it already and see if I can get rid of extra geometry. Oh, I missed this one. Oops. Well, right now I'm just selecting this with Alt and click, and it will select the whole loop. Alt, click, and selects the loop. Then I hit X and then dissolve edges. Okay. Okay, I can get rid of this one too. But for example, here in the back I don't need it, but here in the front I needed to pull it out of the to pull it out, because if I delete the whole loop, of course I'm gonna get rid of this detail that I have here. Okay, so dissolve edges. Oops, I didn't get rid of this one. Oh, I pressed. Okay, I forgot to delete that one. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I want to get rid of this, but starting from here. So I'm gonna select that one, Control Shift. So these ones get selected, Control Shift, I keep selecting, and I'm gonna delete only until there. Okay, so I don't get rid of this shape of this silhouette. Now let's grab this and press J. Why? Because I want to keep quads. I want to keep it as clean as I can. So you do this because when you export to the game engine, for example, it's gonna triangulate your polygons. So we got all four-sided, 1, 2, 3, 4 edges, so it's four-sided, and it's gonna triangulate. But for example, here that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's gonna do the calculation by itself, the computer, and sometimes the calculation is not the best. I mean, most of the time you'll be fine, you won't have any problem. But to avoid that, let's just do it here. So let's click on the vertices, one shift and the other one. And oh, by the way, if you wanna select the vertices, you press 1 in the keyboard, or 2 for edges and 3 for faces. Okay, so let's click 1, 2, J. Okay, and oh yeah, 1, 2, and I press J. It's easy to remember, join. So you create that edge there. So as you can see, now you told the computer, hey, this is where I want the edges to cross, or the vertices to you get it, the information. Sorry, it's been hard for me to translate. I don't know why today, but I just forget the English sometimes. So to do this, you can select one of the vertices and hit G. You will move freely. But if you hit it twice, GG, it's gonna move over the edge. Okay, now let's pull back our high poly to make sure here, for example, we wouldn't have a problem here, but for example here, okay, I'm selecting here, oops, okay, so I will select this too, this one, and I'm gonna pull it back. No. Okay, and here, as you can see, like when it crosses, you can see that it goes through this, and that's not a problem. That's actually gonna be good. What I want to keep track of is the silhouette, as I mentioned before. So the silhouette, it's gotta be covered by this. And for example, here I'm cutting out this little piece. See? So this is not gonna be good. I mean, you can get away with it, but that's not the idea. The idea here is to actually have a really nice object. I mean geometry, let's say here, okay, it's perfect, but here it's tricky because you can see I get this. So what I can do is just add extra vertices, or you can also get away with it, but I want to keep it at least. Let's see where I put it. I'm making a star there that sometimes this is not good, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like a pole star. This is not the best way to do it, but if I can make it work, it'll be fine. So let's do this. Let's grab this. Okay, and I'm gonna select half because I only want to edit once, so I'm gonna delete half of the model, so I only work it once, and then I'll just do the mirror again. Okay, say, let's add one more here. Okay, again, Polestar. I'm kind of cheating because I wouldn't call this clean, like this super clean geometry I would like to have, but still, it's gonna work. Okay, so let's pull this one, and I might have to add one more just to pull it here. Okay, I can go back and fix that if it doesn't work, but what I want to make work right now is this silhouette. Okay, now let's see if I didn't mess up. Am I working on the low poly? Yeah. Okay, so it worked here. And now let's do the same for the middle part. Okay, let's add one here. Let's do this just so it looks a little bit cleaner. And this one here. I'm just gonna add a few here. I'll explain you what I'm doing later. Sometimes I don't even know what I do, but I just make it work. And I bet every 3D artist can tell you the same, but once you get here, you know what I'm talking about. As long as you have fun with this, that's one of the things that, I don't know, this job is really awesome because you get to create things, and yeah, it's just like your own little world. Okay, I got this, and I'm pulling. As you can see, I already added a lot of triangles, but I think they're necessary, at least for now. I'm gonna pull this one up. It's not looking clean, is it? Okay, let's pull this one. Let's just pull them here. I select everything with A. Now M, I'm gonna merge by distance. And here it tells me, okay, I removed 3 vertices that they were in the same position. Okay, so the whole idea here was just to keep the silhouette, because it was important here and here. I mean, you're not really gonna see it because it's like below the surface. And I said I was gonna do the mobile, but this will be more for a low poly. And the mobile version, definitely I can get away with some sharp edges, or at least get rid of extra vertices that I created here. So yeah, let's keep it at that. Okay, so far this is for a low poly. Okay, let's see the distance. If this is gonna project well, yeah, it'll be fine. It's gonna work. And I can tell by experience, so. And this one, yeah, this one is also gonna work. Even though we have a little nice edge here round, and we have the sharp edge of this low poly, that's why we have the baking. Okay, oh, I almost skipped this part. We also have this, and I can grab the edge or the 2 vertices, and I can hit Control B, and by doing that I create well, that's called beveling, I believe. But since this is a bit of a sharp edge, I'm just gonna make it work like this. And let's see what I can do. Okay, as long as I make it work. Like that. That'll be fine. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, it's a bit too high. Let me fix this. It's not like there's a strict order for this, but I mean it should. Okay, now I'm gonna grab all this and I'm gonna scale with S on the Z axis. Okay. And this should work. Okay. This is gonna bake perfectly in Designer. I know because I've done it many times, so I know what works. Okay, let's do the same here. I'm gonna leave this here. We might as well not need this. This is also gonna bake well. And I mean, you'll get the idea once you do this many times. This is also gonna bake okay. Even though this is sharp, yeah. That works. Okay. Now we have this thing set up and we're gonna cut it here, the first part. Because this is already a 26-minute video and it's gonna be boring for a lot of people. Okay, so let's just mirror it because I deleted half of it, as you can see. And this is what I mean when you leave the computer to make your normals or your when it's breaking the geo like this, because as you can see this is not a polygon, it's got many sides. So what I'm gonna do is just either get rid of what I did here, dissolve edges, now do this, this is gonna work fine. Okay, so let's oh, I almost forgot this one. Now this is the high poly, this is the low poly. You can always see here what you're selecting or here in the outliner. Okay, so now let's get this thing working. Okay, so this is gonna be this is a bit too tall. Let's do this. Okay, there's something weird going on with this. Okay, oh no, it was fine. Okay, so let's move this one. Let me move this one first. This is gonna work too, so I'm not afraid of moving it around. And this is gonna work too, I can tell by experience. This is not gonna work. We'll see. I'll leave it on purpose so you can see what I mean when the geometry is not enough and we actually have to do some working around. But for here, as you can see, I already left the high poly like out of here, so I'm not respecting the silhouette there. But I'm gonna leave it this, so just so I explain what the hell is going on. And the cool part is that, for example, here, let's control A to apply the transfers on rotation and scale. So now they're in 0 and the scale is on 1. And let's do a mirror. Okay, mirror. I'm gonna apply because I gotta build UVs for this. Okay, UVs. I can do a smart UVs. Let's see how smart they are today. Sometimes they're just a mess. Okay, select everything. I click on it. I'm on the low version. Tap to go into edit mode. A to select everything. Everything is orange. U to unwrap, and I'll do a smart unwrap. Okay, it's getting some issues, so I'll just work the UVs. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Select. I'm gonna separate these ones completely, and this is like unfolded from 3D to 3D. Like, just think of it as being cardboard to make your UVs. That's the easiest way to think about it. And I don't know what what happened here. I'm just gonna select both edges and F to fill the gap. F, click F, click F. Yeah, I might as well. I think I deleted too much. F. Okay. F. Okay. Oh, and of course, well, you know what? I'm actually gonna fill it because probably in the game we're gonna drop this part, so we don't want a holder. Plus, it's just like 4 triangles. I'm okay. I'll be fine. Okay, let's do it again. Let's get rid of all of this. You know what? It's gonna sound... Nah, let's just do it manually, okay? I was gonna do the mirror again, so I only UV half. That's how lazy I am sometimes, but you can get away with it. Okay, so I select all these edges, and oops, I missed this one. And I'm gonna right click and mark seam. Okay, so now it's gonna, let's say I already cut here the cardboard. Okay, so what's next? We're gonna separate it into 2. So I'm gonna grab this and it's gonna move here. Actually, I should probably do it from behind. Yeah, if we do it from behind, it's probably... Yeah, I think it'll be better. Okay, up to here. And we leave the line alone. And this is going to separate here, so yeah. And I'm gonna mark the seam. Right click, mark seam. And now let's hit U and unwrapped. Now I'm not doing the smart unwrap because I already told it where to cut, and it should be better. And it's not. Let me see what I missed. Okay. this. Okay, this didn't work as planned. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, let's do this too. Mark seam, U, and wrap. Okay, it's got there. Now I have these 4 pieces and I need to cut them. Let's say like this. Okay, like that. And I'm gonna show you what I did. This is what I did. As you can see, remember the cardboard metaphor or idea, however you want to call it. So we just cut. This is a different piece already because I already told it where to cut it from here. Now I'm just telling it where to cut it from here. Okay. And mark seam. This camera just moves too much. Just in case you wanna see me. Okay. Wait, what did I do? No. I only want this. This. And this. Is that what I did here? Oh no. Actually, this and this. Mark seam. This one wrap. There we go. Now it's taking shape. So now we gotta do the same thing from here and we're done. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Same here. We'll throw from below. This and this. Mark seam. And now it should actually make sense. Which it does, so we're good to go here. Okay, now let's make sure these UVs are average. Yeah, they're good size. But this is not going to be the final piece because I also want to add everything else. By everything else, I mean this thing, okay? But I'm going to show you the process with this already. 37 minutes, wow. Really, if you're still here, you're a hero. I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay. Okay, we have this first part. We're gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna jump to the fun part, I guess. No, well, we'll jump into this one. This one, as you can see, it's a low poly. I'll do the same. I'll do a subdivide, but I'll leave it for the next video. I'm gonna separate it in 3 videos for this model. So I thought it'll be cool that you learn from what I'm doing here. And I mean, it's cool that we can share this, like the whole process of how we do 3D and how to integrate it with an NFT technology, blockchain technology. Okay, so let's leave it at here for now, and I'll see you in the next part.